Hey, welcome back, you. It's Amy Scott Grant, and I'm here with another Spiritual Ass Kickers Discovery Deck example, real life example. So I've asked a real person to give me an example, no one that I know, no one that I'm related to. I actually do know this person, but just like, hey, can I show the folks an example? And they said, sure. And here's what they came up with. I feel stuck in how to best explain the work I do. So I'll read you their whole intention in a minute, but as you know, step one is shuffling the cards. Now, as I mentioned before, there's two ways you can shuffle. You could just like mix them all up and shuffle, which is not really my preference. I'm going to turn off the camera in a minute and sort these into 3 stacks. I like to shuffle all the blues, shuffle all the yellows, shuffle all the reds, and have 3 stacks to draw from. But, you know, there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's, right? And there's no wrong way to shuffle the Spiritual Ass Kickers Discovery Deck. You could too, 52 card pickup if you wanted to, but I'm feeling a little lazy, so I'm not going to do that right now. You could put them all on the table and mix them all around. There's no wrong way to do it. The main thing you want to do as you're shuffling is keep your question in mind, like what's the root cause of this block, or why do I feel so stuck here, or what is holding me back in this area. Okay. All right. I'm going to change the camera angle and switch over so you can see what I'm doing with the cards. All right. Hi there. Okay. We have the cards all shuffled and ready to draw. And I'll read to you what this person wrote that they wanted to work on. The area I feel stuck in is how to best explain the work I do and who I do it for. In other words, what's my ideal client and target niche? Now, as an entrepreneur, I would venture to say it's actually 2 different issues. Well, there are 2 different ways of explaining. It's like how to explain what you do and who you do it for. What's your ideal client and target niche? I actually have a whole module on that in Spiritual Pater. That's module 1 right there. It's like how to figure out what you do and who you do it for. But how to talk about that will stem naturally once you have that nailed. So let's find out what is the block that's keeping this person stuck in terms of how to define who they're serving and how. Okay? So I feel like we're going to draw 2 red cards, 1 yellow card, and 4 blue cards. The 2 red cards, no wonder we had so many blue cards. Suppressed emotion is what came up. Okay? And resistance. And the location. Are you kidding me? This is so crazy. Like, I did 3 of these examples, and every single one of them comes up the not self, a card that almost never comes up. Wait to see what these blue cards are. Right, let's see what we've got here. Anger, calm, sadness, and stress. Anger, calm, sadness, stress. Okay. So when I see this resistance card, right off the bat, I feel like you don't want to be boxed in. Like, you know you need to specialize. Otherwise, no one can find you. No one can hire you. You can't help people. So you know you need to specialize, but don't want to, just like it says on the bottom. And I feel like there's some concern about, there's stress around like picking just the right thing. Like you have stress around like, it's gotta be right. It's gotta be like bang on, okay? But you're concerned about picking something. Actually, I feel like you have something in mind, but it feels like it's not you. So this not self card is kind of in play. Now, We also have anger, calm, and sadness. So let's just see kind of what we get about that. I actually, believe it or not, you might think that calm wants to go with suppressed emotion, right? Well, obviously the suppressed emotion would be calm. Not necessarily. I actually feel like sadness is the suppressed emotion here. And it feels to me like you don't want to pick a niche. You're resistant to picking a niche because you feel sad that you would be excluding like large groups of people, right? I mean, let's face it. If you were to pick, for example, single moms, well, then you're excluding like the entire male population and everyone who's married and everyone who has no children. I feel like you're so sad to think that you would leave out all of those people. That's like heartbreaking for you. Okay? So there's, an easy way to fix that is just to consider like you're just talking about who you're marketing to. It doesn't mean the other people don't ever show up. Okay? It doesn't mean you can't help them if they show up. You're just narrowing your marketing message so that a certain group of people can find you so that you can like grow your business. And then they tell other people and whatever. But so I totally get the sadness, but it's not warranted. I also feel like this not self, there's this piece like, but that's not me. Like, I don't exclude people. I love everyone. I want to help everyone. So even creating this concept of your niche and your ideal client, it's like stressing you out, huh? It's stressing you out because you're like, but that's not me. I'm here for everyone. I want to make a big impact in the world. I also get, this feels related to it too. I feel like you actually are holding on to some anger, that this is how it is. I don't necessarily feel like you're angry at someone in particular. Like you're not angry at the people that teach marketing and write books about marketing and tell you what works and how you have to create a niche if you want to create any sales and help any people and have any clients. You're angry that that's how it works. Like you're angry that it's even necessary to create a niche. So there's more resistance around that. But the sadness is suppressed. So if I were advising you, I know the purpose of these isn't to advise you how to clear it, but I also know it's helpful for people to hear this. So I'm going to keep going. I would advise you to feel the sadness, like fully feel that sadness, okay, until there's no sadness left. And then shift in your mind, like realize that doesn't mean you can't help everyone. It just means you're talking to a certain small niche percentage of the population. Then feel the anger, all the anger that's there. That I hate having to pick a niche, and believe me, I felt the same way when I first started out. Feel your way through that anger until it's gone. Let it pass through you. And then see if there's even any stress left. At that point, there may not be any stress. But if there is, feel it, fully feel it, let it flow through you and pass. And then I believe you will discover calm. Once you've addressed these three emotions, I feel like calm will show up. Okay? And then that suppressed emotion is healed. And then discard, like dismiss the not self and look at who you are and what your gifts are and what you're here to do for people. And ask if you are willing to release the resistance long enough to target a specific group of people or a specific type of problem that you can solve initially. That can always grow, that can always branch out, that can always expand. But are you willing to release that resistance initially so that you can ramp it up? All right, that's what I got for you. Thanks for being here, and I hope you found this helpful. Post a comment. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.